All right, Shalom. I'd like to start out with saying Kal Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, and my elder Heroin as well. Salutations to the archon of the pushing the truth, the sincerity and truth, and peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Chanak Sa'anban Yashral from the Lions and the Yashral camp, and this is another Lions in News and Prophecy. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and serves its purpose and for the hopefully elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So as you can see in this article, it clearly states, right, that Russia has these two tanks. Go back a little bit. I did a lesson a little while ago talking about these Abrams tanks that America and Germany, I think it was, were going to be sending to Ukraine, and they're supposed to be like some top dog battle tanks, right? However, Russia has a tank that'll, like the title says, that'll split the Abrams like a nut, man. It says Russian T-72 will split U.S.-made Abrams like nuts entering Kyiv Kadyarov. All right, however you say that. All right, it says Russian Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov said that the Abrams was like a children's pedal car and that the improved version of the T-72 was real power. Russian Chechen Republic leader Ramzan Kadyrov asserted the superiority of upgraded Russian T-72 main battle tanks (MBT) to the US M1 Abrams on Tuesday, after a Monday announcement that Ukrainian soldiers were to soon train on the American MBTs. It says, the T-72 surpasses foreign equipment in combat power, control, protection, and ease of use. With it, any attacks is like fishing on a yacht, a pleasure. It says Kadyrov wrote on a telegram alongside a video of him riding in the armored vehicle's turn. It says, on such a tank, we will enter Kyiv and carry out denazification simultaneously, splitting the Abrams like nuts. Wow. It says Ukrainian troops training on tanks. All right, it says Pentagon Press Secretary Bridge General Pat Ryder announced that in a briefing on Monday that Ukrainian soldiers were to begin training on 31 tanks in Germany. It says, I can confirm that the 31 M1 Abrams training tanks have arrived at Grafenwöhr, Germany, in preparation for subsequent training of the Ukrainian tank crews, said Ryder. It says those crews are expected to arrive and begin training within the next couple of weeks. As we've discussed previously, this intensive training program for Ukrainian crews and maintainers is intended to prepare them for the critical roles ahead of effectively operating the M1 tanks and defending Ukrainian people. All right, so let's get into the scripture real quick, man, because that's like, you're gonna see a lot of things being brought out and pulled out. Like recently they were talking about using tactical nukes a couple months ago. Now they're talking about bringing in these tanks, and now Russia said they have a tank that is superior to the tanks of the M1 Abrams, which was highly talked about when they first declared that they were going to be of use in this Ukraine-Russian war. And the majority of them are supplied by the United States, Germany, and I want to think France or somebody else. All right, but it makes me think about who Russia is and how Yahweh Shai is using Russia to take down America, man. It said He will lift up the spirit of the Medes. Let me look that up real quick. All right. This is Jeremiah 51:11. Isaiah 13:17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." And it says, "Their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, shall of the beauty of the Chaldees excellently shall be when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited again, neither shall it be dwelt there from generation to generation." All right. "And neither shall Arabian pitch their tent there, neither shall shepherds make their fold there." Right. But the main point I was getting is rising up the spirit of the Medes, which is Russia, that's going to be risen up against America, man. All right. Next scripture. Let me get Revelations 13:1. It says, "And I stood up." All right. The reason why I brought that up is because, all right, those are American-made tanks that are being used, and if Russia has equipment, right? I'm using the word equipment. Has equipment to outdo or outperform America's equipment. That's already a strike against them for one. And Yahweh Shemel Shai is raising up Russia, and they're going to have a Russia fully equipped, meaning to be enough, being the bear spoken of in Revelations, to take down America. And ultimately, this is what this war right here is going to end up. And that's what it is right now. It's a war between really NATO and the United States and Russia against Russia. It has really nothing to do with Ukraine. All right. It's just Russia's annexing Ukraine because they don't want Ukraine to be a part of NATO. All right. Because Ukraine was once a part of the Soviet Union. All right. It's Revelation 13:1. It says, "And I stood upon the stand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns." Now, this is going into Rome, 10 common markets, which later became the European Union. And from that, you get the collaboration of the EU, NATO, and America. All right. "And upon his head was the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard." So the beginning of it was with the Greeks, right? "And the feet of it was as the feet of the bear, all right, of a bear. And the feet represents the end of a thing, right? And his mouth was as the mouth of a lion." That bear represents Russia, and that lion represents Great Britain. It says, "And the dragon, all right, gave his power and his seat and great authority," right? So now you go into that word bear right there, right? It says probably from G714, a bear, and obstructing by ferocity, like, so meaning like ferociously destroying something, man. All right. And ferocity is the state of being ferocious, and that's what is like violent, brutality. These are like similar words, and this is how Yahweh Shemel Shai is setting up Russia, man. Force, strength. All right, and the root of that goes to this word right here, archeo. It says to possess an unfailing strength, to be strong, right? To suffice, to be enough, right? So Russia is going to be equipped with enough to Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to equip Russia enough to be able to take down America, man, to be satisfied, to be content, to defend, to ward off. All right, and that's what's going to be used to break the hammer of the earth, man. Russia is going to be the first one coming after this place, and then those 10 horns are going to turn and hate the whore. So ultimately everybody is going to be rising up against this place, man. All right. So ferocity is like the state of being ferocious, man, and that's what the bear is in the sense in the Revelation chapter 13 verse 2, and representing being Russia, being enough, being fully equipped according to Ezekiel 38, right? Being fully equipped by Yahweh by Shem Shai, because the Lord said He's going to open up His armory, right, to bring forth His weapons of war. And that's why you see all these new tanks and new weapons coming into play, because that's how about Shem Shai mustering up the host of the battle, man. You know. So I just wanted to go into that article real quick and go into like it doesn't matter what America comes up with, the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai is going to make sure that Russia. It doesn't matter what America comes up with, weaponry wise or military wise. Because Yahweh Shem Shai is going to make sure Russia's equipped enough to be the ferocious bear, all right, that comes out in the hibernation and takes down this place, all right? All right, Lord willing, this lesson was edified and served its purpose and for the hopeful elect ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, and like say, Kal, Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Shem, Harakak Wadash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akin that are pushing the truth, the sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.